Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Unoriginal Screenplay, episode 1. Yay!
Yes, so peak.
I am your host, Kai Likes Movies. You can call me Kai because we're friends now. And I am joined by three of my good friends, Josiah, Connor, and Harvey. Josiah, introduce yourself.
Hello, my name's Josiah. You might know me as Josiah Coops. I'm the best here. And my favorite film is Paul Blart Cop.
Excellent. Connor, introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Connor. You might know me as Cozza Films, probably the best person on this podcast, the most famous one. Everyone loves me. Actually, no, Kai's got more followers. Damn it, that doesn't even work. I'd probably say my favorite movie, close to my heart, Grease. Go on, we'll go with that one.
Good choice. Harvey, your turn.
Hello, everybody. I'm Harvey. Harv Talks Movies. I like Whiplash. Good film. Very good film. I don't really
The
know
film, not the accident. The accident wouldn't be good. You don't want Whiplash.
What?
Right, so this is the Unoriginal Screenplay.
I didn't know what he said.
This is a
great.
podcast we're doing now. We talk about movies and things we've done that are movie related. You can find all of us on Instagram, TikTok mainly. Some of us are on YouTube. I'm sure it'll all be in the description. I don't know who's uploading this. Hopefully not me. I think that's... Oh, yeah, that was it. Thank you to everyone if you're watching this. If you've shared the tweet, our Instagram, followed us at all, we've had a lot of support for this, which has been very, very nice to see, considering we haven't even uploaded an episode yet, and we're filming this on the day the first one comes out, but we'll pretend like we're not. Also, thank you to Henry, Joe, and Andrew is the other one, for recording
Hopefully
voice
Andrew's
lines.
not watching right now.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Thank you for recording the voice lines for our trailer. Go follow them. They're not actually on this podcast. I'm sorry if anyone is watching this because they think that they're on it. Right, let's get into it. I think we kind of have like an idea for structure that we're going to have every week. Obviously, this is our first episode, so things are going to change. It's not going to look like this every week. I'm sure we'll kind of find a thing. But we're going to start with a Q&A. If you go and follow us on our Instagram, I think we're going to do this every week where you can ask us questions and we're going to pick some to answer. As it's our first week, I've picked 5 that I think kind of help introduce ourselves for those of you that don't know who we are or just want to get to know us a bit more. So, are you ready, guys? First question.
Ready.
Yes.
So this one's from KaneMac15 on Instagram. He said, "How did you all first meet, and what was the first meeting like in person?" Harvey, you take this one.
Yeah, that's probably the best person.
So me and Connor have known each other for a while. We've been friends since A level properly, where we studied film together. So that's sort of like a link there. And then the first official meeting with all 4 of us was Comic-Con, I believe.
In October.
I hope I'm not getting that wrong. But
Yeah,
no,
it was.
No, it was.
I think Josiah messaged me or something. He was like, I want to go Comic-Con. Don't really know who to go with. Do you want to come with me? I was like, yeah, join us along. And then Kai did the same, I think, with Connor or me. I can't remember now. And then we all met up. It was a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Fun fact about that story that I've saved for this podcast. So when I went to Comic-Con, I assumed, I know I was meeting Connor and Harvey. I didn't know Josiah was going to be there. So when we first met and Josiah was there, I actually thought he was a fan.
No, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I was like, cool, nice to meet you. And then we started walking, you were there, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, I guess he's with us. I had to go, yeah. So there we go.
I knew who you were, but I didn't know you were going to be with us as well. So I was like, oh, this is a fun surprise. Kai's joining us. He doesn't know who I am, but this is cool.
I did know who you were because I knew you from the 60-second movie quiz thing that you did.
Commented on one of my videos, but didn't follow me. So
I do now, though. On to the next question. This one is from our good friend Epics, Movie with Epics, or Movies with Epics, even. Connor, I'm going to let you take this one. If you could watch one film for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
What? What a lovely question just to spark on me like that. All right. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Wow.
I could watch that film forever because it's the soundtrack, just the soundtrack.
It's an interesting choice. It's still not as good as E.T. though. Josiah, on to you. Your favorite movie your movie that you'd watch for the rest of your life.
I'd go Lord of the Rings: Return of the King extended edition, 4 hours. I can go back, keep watching it. I've got enough memory of the first two to just watch Return of the King for the rest of my life.
And it's such a long movie that you'd only need to watch it like 4 more times before you die. So
exactly, yeah. Brilliant.
Harvey, what's a movie that you'd watch for the rest of your life?
Oh, I should have prepared this.
I didn't tell you the questions before this, so
didn't.
it's my fault.
Yeah, but I read them. I'll go with School of Rock because that is just a classic movie for me. I've watched it. It's the film that I feel like I've watched so many times before. I really just love everything about it. Jack Black, brilliant. He's my favorite actor, and yeah, I just love that film.
It's a good movie.
Really good
Isn't it their like 20th anniversary this year?
It is. Yeah. I'm so excited for apparently they're all meeting up again, all the cast. So
Oh,
I'm
so
excited
cool.
for that. Kai, what about you?
Yeah, I was
I
about
would
to say you're not getting out of this.
well, because I chose the questions, I kind of thought about it. I think I'd go with like Empire Strikes Back. I'd go with one of the Star Wars movies. Empire's my favorite, so that's what I'm going for at the moment. But I'm currently rewatching them, and some of my opinions are changing. So that might change by the end of this Star Wars rewatch I'm on. Next question is from Ash R. Cummins on Instagram. Funny name. Josiah, we'll start with you. How did you build the courage to start posting on TikTok?
Oh, I think I took a bit longer than you guys because my first 6 weeks I didn't show my face. I just did funny tournaments. But it was just with practice. I thought if I ever want any growth, I have to just eventually go for it. So I went out for it, and the community's so nice that I was embraced. And now I show my face all the time, and I don't know if everyone likes that, but I do it anyway.
We love it, Josiah.
I like it.
Thanks,
Makes my
Connor.
day.
Thanks, guys.
I think I didn't know no one knew that I was doing TikTok, so I was just kind of like, yeah, whatever. I'll just stop posting things. No one knows who I am, so it's all good. If I get hate, I just quit, and that's it. No one ever knows. And then I started having friends be like, "Oh, I had one of your videos come up on my For You page," and I was like, "Oh no, okay, well it looks like I'm quitting." But I'm still here, still trudging along. I don't know if I'd say going strong, but I'm here. Harvey, what about you? What made you start TikTok? What made you feel like you were big and brave enough to face the onslaught of the internet? No.
Well, I don't really know. Like I've been in and out of just trying to attempt to do social media. I think we've all like had at least one experience where we've all tried to start a YouTube channel and it's failed horrifically. We've all had that experience. But yeah, I really liked what TikTok was about. I think it was sort of like end of pandemic sort of stuff where I was just like, I don't know what to do after all of this. So I just started doing it. I sort of started at the same time as Connor as well, which was quite nice because we had each other to bounce off quite a lot. But sort of going back to what you were saying, Kai, about like people not knowing who you were. Like I had an incident about like 4 months after starting where one of my videos just went viral, and then my entire uni group figured out that I was on TikTok. And still to this day, they just like mock me and just talk to me about TikTok, and it's awful. But here we are. Yeah.
What about you,
I didn't really answer the question.
Well, not to flex
Yeah, you
on
liked it.
you.
You got it, Connor.
Yeah, well, not to flex. Courage was never something I had an issue with on TikTok. I've done YouTube since I was 12. Yeah, I'd done YouTube since I was 12. So I'd always been posting. Before doing film, I'm not letting anyone go to it. I had another account. I just posted anything on that. It was awful. I thought I need a niche. Film, I wanted people to speak to about film because apart from my brother, my family's not really into it. So they don't really care when I speak about it. My ex really was not into it. So I wanted someone who would actually listen. And then now I have a huge community and amazing friends who I can speak to.
And none of them are on this podcast.
Yeah, I am so leaking your old account. I know it.
Cool. Well, next up we have Diego's question. Are there any hobbies that we have that we enjoy outside of watching movies and making content? I feel like there's one between all 4 of us that is pretty similar.
What's
Is
that?
that?
Lego. We all like Lego.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Okay.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's true.
I love
I
the
didn't know where you were
confusion.
going,
Like,
yeah.
what do you think I was going to say?
I don't know. I want more of it though.
Yeah,
I'm actually quite
kind of.
upset.
Yeah, I want some Star Wars Lego. I said to my girlfriend yesterday, I was like, "Oh, I'm going to buy some," and she was like, "But where are we putting the Lego?" I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll find space. It's fine.
And it seems like
Connor, Oh, sorry, Josiah, go on.
I was gonna say it seems like Connor is getting new Lego like every week, and I get so
Yeah,
jealous.
that's where I was going to go with. Is Connor is
Yeah.
always
All
buying
up
stuff.
here.
Oh my gosh.
Every time I get sent a video from him, I'm
I don't have
scared
the money
that it's something
for it,
I want to buy. I like the Bowser in the back.
Yeah,
Bowser's
Thank
cool.
you. Yes.
Very on
That's very
theme.
It is. We're not onto that part of the podcast yet, so I can't really. I don't know
We'll
why I
get
haven't
to it,
mentioned.
we'll
I should
get
have
to
saved it until later. I'll bring that up again in like 15
Yeah, yeah.
minutes.
Pull back.
Connor, you're a gym rat. That's another hobby you have, right?
Yes, gym and running. And my girlfriend currently wants. Well, my girlfriend's dad wants me to a half marathon with him.
Do it.
Go on.
Didn't you run like 7 miles the other day? Isn't half a marathon like 10? You could do that surely.
13, so it's like double.
Yeah, not quite.
Aren't you walking to Mordor?
I am.
Oh yeah.
I'm walking to Mordor.
That's
I'll
pretty
get
cool.
there this year.
We're not gonna explain that.
No
We're just
context,
gonna move
no
on.
context.
And then the final question I have is from I don't know. I guess you guys might know. Just Gabby on TikTok. She's asked what our favorite premiere/event so far has been and why. We've all been pretty lucky in being able to get invited to a couple of things. Connor, you're currently dressed up because you're going to one today.
Yeah.
So Harvey, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I'm not really sure. Like I've been to a couple. I think for all of us, like a big one was Dungeons and Dragons. We were very lucky to all be able to go to that. I think that was the first one we've all been to at the same time as well, which is really cool. That was mental. Like genuinely, the London premiere in Leicester Square, crazy. They took over Leicester Square. It was like this massive red carpet. Like you could walk around in a full circle around this like red carpet. It was mental. So that's definitely a standout, I think. Yeah.
Just so that I'm not repeating Harvey and saying Dungeons and Dragons, I'll go with Prey, the one that Henry invited me to. It was literally just after meeting pretty much everyone in like the film talk lot, and there was a lot of people I hadn't met. So it was a really kind of out of my depth experience. I went into London and I was like scared that Henry might have been like leading me on. It went well though. But yeah, that was a good one.
What did you think? He was just going to draw you out to London and leave you there?
I was kind of worried that it might happen because I literally had met Henry, I think, once properly before then, and he just messaged me and was like, "Do you want to come to this premiere?" I was like, "Yes," but when I got to London, I had no service. I didn't know where he was, and I was like, "Maybe I've just been led on here."
Oh no.
Classic Henry Calvert behavior. He's done it to all of
Classic.
us in the
He
past.
has.
Josiah, what about you? You've recently kind of gone to a few. I think you've been to more than all of us this year.
Yeah, because I'm the best. Yeah, D&D was great. It was cool having all of us there. Chris Pine was sat 2 rows in front of me and Harvey, which was mental.
So
He was smart with it as well because he came in about 10 minutes late and left about 10 minutes early so he wouldn't get stopped. But he was the one who was starting all the claps, and like you could see his face before a scene, so you knew what was going to happen. So that was just pretty cool. I was watching him more than the film, to be honest. But yeah, the event itself was really great. But just not to copy it, I went to the Wolfpack one, thanks to Mozo Mo, legend. That was a crazy event. It was in this hotel, and the fact they were like bringing out food all the time. I had so much steak. It was great. The show itself, we move on from that, but Sarah Michelle Gellar was there, which was great. And she looked amazing, but they didn't talk about Scooby-Doo, which I was really upset about because that's honestly what I wanted. But the event itself was pretty great.
I would have been more sad that she didn't talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Did she mention that?
Of course she mentioned that. It's a show about vampires and wolves.
It's the spiritual successor to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's what I've heard. I've not seen the show. I'm not planning on it, but
I just watched the one episode they played. That's all I've seen.
Well, I definitely agree with all of you about Dungeons and Dragons because that was just like an incredibly overwhelming, ridiculous experience. I just remember looking around at one point, all of us be like, "What are we doing? Like, why are we here?" But again, not to like, I guess to just add another one in there just to show how successful we are as film talkers because we're better than everyone listening to this. I went to the Witcher Blood Origin event at the BFI in South Bank. That was also Henry invited me to that one. I wasn't scared he was leading me on though, so that I was kind of fine. But yeah, they like turned the inside of the BFI into like a tavern, a fantasy tavern, which was really cool. And yeah, similar to Wolfpack, we won't talk about the show, but the experience was really fun, and it was my first like event, so that was really cool. But I guess another event I really liked was Star Wars Celebration.
Wow,
Whoa.
what a cool
Whoa.
Very cool.
Great
transition.
transition.
Yeah.
Not as good when we're mentioning that it's a good transition, but
Yeah.
I can cut that bit
So
out. It's
smooth.
fine. So this weekend we all went to Star Wars Celebration in London at the Excel Centre. Um, I know that me and Josiah are very big Star Wars fans. Connor, you've seen them. I'm not sure you're as.
I've seen the films, and I'm pretty sure I have Clone Wars on DVD. I don't think I've seen it though.
And Harvey, you're fairly new to Star Wars. You've got posters behind you though, which
I
means you're a
do,
really big
yeah.
fan.
I know. Look at them.
Wow.
This is really good content for a podcast. So yeah, sort of varying experiences of Star Wars. So I thought we could talk about our experiences, some of our favorite moments of Celebration. Personally, for me, it was like a bucket list item. I remember watching the Force Awakens panel in 2015 when you guys were all like 4 years old. I remember watching that and going, I'm gonna go to Celebration one day. And to be able to go and then also like see you guys and everyone else was super cool, super fun. So I had a really, really good time. Josiah, you are also another big Star Wars fan.
Yeah. I mean, same here. I've watched previous celebrations and I'm like, this is it. I need to get to one. So the fact it was in the UK was great. Obviously, I'll be in Japan in 2 years as well for it. But I just love this franchise so much, and it made me love it even more, which I didn't know was possible. Just being around thousands and thousands of people who share this love for something so universal. Just being in panels and just walking around seeing the cosplays or the stands. Like you said as well, just being with our friends as well. Just a really nice experience, and I wish I did all 4 days because I already miss it. I really miss it already.
Yeah, you went to 2 days. So me, Connor, and Harvey, we all went on the Saturday. Josiah, you went on the Sunday. What was the Sunday like as opposed to the Saturday?
Yeah.
So, okay, I finessed the system a bit on the Sunday because we got disabled passes or whatever to get early like access into stuff because well, story, but yeah, we got in. So I got to go into like the Kenobi panel and the panel with like the Sith stuff. So I got to see Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor. They were insane. They were like so good. So we need to push for press passes next time because we got to get into those. And but it was really cool. I bought my parents that day, so they got to meet the guys who were there. Sadly, you guys were not there. Certain people loved meeting my parents far too much. But
I think we know who that is.
yeah, but it was really nice again on the Sunday, and I got to go into more of the stands and all the cool like Funko shops and stuff, which I ended up buying an Ahsoka Funko. But it was really cool. More cool cosplays. Just both days were great though.
It was a very wholesome experience, I think.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I know, not to bring it back to myself, but big Star Wars fan. It was just like I was never like, oh, this is like really stressful, or like the lines are too. Don't get me wrong, the lines were annoying, and I wish we could have got into some places a bit quicker. But
Yeah.
I was never like, oh, this is a bad experience. It was always like, this is really fun, and I'm enjoying being around people. Harvey, as a newcomer to Star Wars, I imagine it was kind of an overwhelming experience.
Yeah, you wouldn't be wrong. So it's quite funny because I'd actually only just watched The Rise of Skywalker the night before the Saturday that I ended up going, which was quite funny. And I've not actually I've only seen the first Star Wars, A New Hope. I've only seen that twice. That's the only one I've seen twice. So all the others was first time watches over the last like year. And I've seen season 1 of The Mandalorian. That's it for my Star Wars knowledge. That's it. So it was very I don't know. I guess yeah. I felt like a little bit out of place because I knew I was surrounded by like thousands and thousands of like really big Star Wars fans. But yeah, I still really enjoyed it. No matter what, it was still sci-fi, which is something that I just love as well. So at the end of the day, it was really cool. Yeah, I enjoyed
Did
it.
it make you want to go and watch more Star Wars? I know you said about like watching more of the shows afterwards, but
Definitely, yeah. I want. It's made me the sheer amount of Mandalorian stuff I saw there is making me want to watch more Mandalorian. So I might go and do that probably after this podcast.
Do it.
So yeah, it's really cool. I really enjoyed it.
and Connor, how about you? What was your experience like?
I thought Star Wars is cool. You guys were going. I thought I'm going. That was literally my
Great.
my only mind frame of going there. I was like, yeah, that's cool. And my brother wanted to go, and he wanted to meet everyone and stuff, so I took him. I enjoyed the experience a lot. It was very good. It was cool to do it. I wish I kind of got into the Ahsoka panel. I was so disappointed
I
about that.
know.
But no, that was fine. I enjoyed the experience. I also wish I got a hat though. I wish I got the hat that you got, Kai, because I didn't see them.
It is a cool hat.
It was a very cool hat. I didn't realize until the end of the day that I had a sticker on it the whole time, and no one told me.
Oh, really?
I did notice that, but I didn't know whether it was a design choice.
No, that's what I thought. And then I went to where
I
I
didn't
went to
see
a
it.
party afterwards, and everyone was like, you've got a sticker on your hat, right? And I was like, no, I think it's supposed to be there. And they were like, no. And literally one of them just like reached over and peeled it. And I was like, oh, so in all the photos, I've got this stupid sticker on my head that it's not supposed to be there.
Layla had it on hers as well.
No, she didn't, because I looked afterwards and I was like, no, I was like, does she have it? Because then it's fine. But she didn't, and she just didn't tell me. So yeah, that was a moment. Anyway, we got a lot of cool announcements from Celebration, more so on the first day. I think were the bigger ones. We weren't there for that. I was out in London at the time, and my phone was going off every like 2 seconds with big Star Wars news, which was very exciting. So I thought it'd be quite fun to just talk about the project that we're most excited about individually. Obviously, if you have the same one as someone else, that's fine. I'm going to go first this time because I feel like I'm going to have a different opinion to you guys. I am very excited for Ahsoka, and getting into the panel was really cool. But I actually think as time has gone on, I'm very much looking forward to the Rey movie that we're getting. That is set 15 years after the Rise of Skywalker. I really think Rey is a super cool character. And to see more stuff like kind of around the sequel trilogy is going to be really fun. And I think there's a lot of opportunity to bring back characters like Finn and Poe, who are characters I really like. And hopefully maybe bring some redemption to a couple of the sequel movies, which I'm not a big fan of. Josiah, you're pulling a funny face. What's that about?
They're not bringing back Finn.
Oh, right.
Finn's not going to come back. John Boyega is very clear that he doesn't want any part of Star Wars anymore. He loves the franchise, but I just don't see him coming back. And I think with that film, I think Rey's a very good character in The Force Awakens and even The Last Jedi. I don't even love The Last Jedi. And it's not Daisy Ridley's fault, but I think she's so poorly written, her character in The Rise of Skywalker, that they're gonna have to do a lot of explaining to explain these 15 years to get to the point where she's at the end, or at the start of this film from where she was at the end of Rise of Skywalker. I'm very happy to see Daisy Ridley back. I think she's very good. But it's just gonna be interesting how they pull it all together again.
I think my biggest concern is the 15-year time gap. Like, it seems like a little bit too long. I would have preferred like maybe 5 to 10 years after. 15 is like, it's like nearly a generation afterwards. It's
exactly.
I think the gap between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope was 19 years. So it's just kind of like, it's a bit too much for me. So hopefully in like the screenwriting process, they will change that to maybe 10 years. But we will see. Connor, project you're most excited for from Star Wars. Hit me.
Okay.
Not physically, please.
I'm kind of in the dark about most of them, but I think the one that kind of interests me the most is the Skeleton Crew one.
Nice.
Because it's got Jude Law, who's pretty cool, and it seems what I've heard about it is it's like kids in Star Wars pretty much. So it seems like a very Stand By Me kind of story, but Star Wars. As well as having like insane directors like the Daniels.
Yeah,
are
that's
going to
cool.
be working on it. Like, that's what I'm excited for. I can't wait to see what they're going to bring to it, because it's going to be like crazy. So yeah, I think that's the one I'm most excited for.
It's created by John Watts, who did the Spider-Man MCU trilogy as well, and he actually has said that it's inspired by the Goonies. So I'm also kind of excited to see what they do with that. And yeah, like you say, the Daniels is a pretty cool addition at the moment, with everything going on with a small movie called Everything Everywhere All at Once that I don't know if you guys have seen. It's pretty
very unheard of.
off the radar.
Right.
Yeah. You've seen it, just so nice.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Sounds mid.
Harvey,
Okay.
Yes.
what is a project you're most excited for?
Yeah, the one that instantly, as soon as I think it was announced last Star Wars Celebration, but we got more information about it this time, was Star Wars The Acolyte. I think that's probably my favorite upcoming project, because although I don't know much about Star Wars, I did watch a little show last year or the year before called Squid Game. You might have not heard of that one either.
Yeah.
But yeah, it stars Lee Jung Jae. I really actually enjoy his acting in that. I know like that some of the acting in that is a little bit hit or miss at times, but I feel like he was definitely one of the standouts, especially as the main character in that show. So I'm excited to see what he can bring to Star Wars specifically. I think it'd be a good fit for him. And we also got a new logo for that as well, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, I'm excited for that show.
What's
I
really
think-
stupid about that though, sorry, was when they described it as Kill Bill meets Frozen. What does that even mean? I don't know what that means. I love Kill Bill, so great. But what, I don't know what, I literally have no clue what that could mean.
I'm in. I'm in for that. Like that just sounds like the perfect film to me. Oh, show. Sorry.
So, I remember when the concept was brought up, I really liked it, but I hope it's good because I just don't know how it's gonna work.
Josiah, what about you?
Obviously Ahsoka. I love Ahsoka. The new footage we saw, which a lot of people didn't see, looked great. It was just a new trailer, really. It looked really cool. God, I'm crying. What else did? Oh, I'm really excited for the first like earlier Star Wars film, set like 25,000 years before the
From
biblical
Dawn of the Jedi
thing.
or something.
Yeah, about the first Jedi. I've always wanted to know, like, how was the Force first found? Who was the first Jedi, sort of thing. I've not read any of the books, which I kind of want to get into because I'm sure there's stuff about it there.
There's some
But
really good like Star Wars books out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that interests me as well.
Yeah, I think that's set something like 25,000 years before like Star Wars. So
Yeah,
it's pretty much, it might as well not be a Star Wars movie, but
yeah,
it's still pretty cool. And I feel like it'd be good for newcomers who maybe aren't really interested in Star Wars. It kind of brings in like a whole new audience where you don't have to have pre-existing knowledge of Star Wars to watch and enjoy that film. It's also directed by James Mangold as well, which means it's
Yeah.
automatically going to be a really good movie, which is cool. Cool. So, Harvey, I have a really big question for you. So, you've just finished watching the core 9 Star Wars movies, and
I have, yeah.
yesterday you said you privated your letterboxd ranking of them so that you could talk to us about your ranking on the podcast, so that we can all bully you for your choices.
Yeah, because it's definitely controversial. I can tell you that now. I'll probably make us lose viewers. I'm sorry in advance.
Harvey, I'm happy
that's
right
how
now.
bad this list is.
Are we
So
going to get
ruin this.
cancelled, Harvey? Is this it?
Oh, wait.
I will get cancelled. You guys will be fine. I'll get cancelled.
Genuinely, you can make me upset today. Like-
You will cry in this podcast. First podcast, you'll be crying by the end of it.
That's a pretty good start.
Yeah.
So I think what I'll do is I'll just like list them off from ninth. I've only watched the main 9, so I'm not including Rogue One or Solo. I'll start from 9 and work my way up to my favorite.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So it's fine to begin with. Josiah, I see your face there. Yeah,
I'm ready.
you're good. Okay. So the first one, in last place, episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
All right, I can respect
Fair
it.
enough. Okay. Yeah. We're starting off okay. 8th place, The Phantom Menace.
I love that movie.
Fair enough.
I love that movie.
That's the thing. I want to say that as well. I don't hate any of these films. I actually enjoy them all. Like, I think that's something interesting because I know some people have like certain biases just towards certain films and stuff like within the franchise.
Yeah.
Me watching them basically all post Rise of Skywalker's release, like I'm very like open to like where I've placed them and stuff like that. So as we go on, you'll understand what I mean by that. 7th place, I've got The Rise of Skywalker.
Okay, cool. That was the one that worried me because you said you enjoyed that the other day, and that really scared me.
I thought you were gonna have that higher. That is the worst one though, so you're wrong already.
Okay, okay, great. 6th place, I've put The Force Awakens.
Okay.
Okay.
No originals yet, so I'm all right with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
No originals yet. Maybe soon though, because in 5th place we've got Return of the Jedi.
No. I don't mind
Wait,
it
have
being
you said
fifth.
The Last Jedi yet?
No.
I have not.
He is not.
See, I don't mind it being like 5th, but the fact the Last Jedi's not been mentioned. If you have The Last Jedi above like Empire, I'm gonna cry.
Are we ready to get cancelled?
Yeah, 4th.
Yeah. Empire Strikes Back. Kai's gone. Kai's gone. He's just walked off.
No way.
Continue.
Continue. Okay. Third
you say it.
place, we have The Last Jedi.
Okay.
One step above
Oh.
Empire Strikes Back, though. Come on.
I feel like we moved on from the Empire Strikes Back thing way too quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to hear
I'll
the
explain
explanation.
in a minute. I want to finish the ranking. I want to finish the
Oh
ranking.
my gosh.
Second place, we have Revenge of the Sith.
No, it's first. You're
And
right.
first place, we have A New Hope. As I said, Josiah is currently crying. Kai's head is in his hands, basically. Connor's just laughing. He's
Connor's
loving
loving
it.
There's ones that I dislike, but I have no.
Talk about controversial start to the podcast.
Harvey.
Yes.
Harvey, you're a good man. It's okay
Yeah.
to make mistakes.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like this is too far. It's
Uh-huh.
too far.
Yeah.
What's your reasoning behind Empire Strikes Back?
Right. Okay. That's the elephant in the room, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's a big elephant, Harvey. What do you mean?
Yeah. So basically, The Empire Strikes Back is amazing. It's an amazing movie. I know it is. I know there is such like a hardcore fan base around that movie. Okay. And I'd have put it higher, but it's just the fact that it was like the second one that I watched. Yeah, like there's just things that I didn't like in it. I'm sorry. Leia and Luke, why are they kissing? What's that about? No. What's that about? No. They're siblings.
You put one of the greatest movies ever written and made in fifth place because siblings kiss.
It was a misunderstanding. It happens.
And like, what are they doing with Han? Why is he like frozen? Like in a wall?
No.
I just feel like I didn't have as much an emotional connection to that film. And The Last Jedi, I really loved, mainly what they did with like cinematography and stuff like that. That is one of the things that I look for mainly in a movie, and that makes it so much higher. I remember one shot in The Last Jedi. I keep thinking about it. It's the main thing that I think about when I think about The Last Jedi. They've got like an iron coming down that looks like a spaceship. That's so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah, visually it looks great, but it's a boring space race. Like they're just trying to chase each other in space for 2 hours.
Just salty about how they handled Luke Skywalker, and
Yes.
I don't care about it.
Well, The Last Jedi's ranked higher because of an iron.
Yep.
And Empire Strikes Back is rated lower because Luke and Leia kiss.
Oh, I don't even want to get into all the issues I have with The Last Jedi.
Apart from that, though, what are we saying on the ranking?
I don't care.
Ignoring the Last Jedi and Empire Strikes Back.
It's
Try and
amazing how
reserve
you
some
can
decency.
switch.
What about
You
the
can
rest of
switch
it?
2 movies, and it's immediately a better ranking. It was going so well. I agreed with everything you said.
I think The Phantom Menace should be higher as well.
But
I have such
Phantom Menace
I have
being-
such. I know you guys. I just have such an attachment to that movie, and I'd have Rise of Skywalker right at last place. Right at last place.
I just feel like that. I know it wasn't great. It was, I think it was good at best, in my opinion. I just feel like it wrapped up a few things quite nicely, in my opinion. That's just me, though.
Good for you, Harvey.
The rip-off Endgame.
Yeah, literally.
See you next week when I'm no longer on the podcast.
Yeah.
I've been exiled for my opinions on Star Wars.
No, it will just be you on the podcast. We've all left.
Yeah.
It's just you.
I'm retiring. This is too much for my mental state. I've just lost 10 years of my life. That was. Oh. Okay.
I almost
calm
threw
down.
myself out the window the second you
Yeah.
said it. I was ready to do it on podcast. Like, one of you guys was going to have to edit this because I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I don't even. Okay. Super Mario came out last week.
Yay.
Harvey, what did you think of that?
Yeah, peak. I like that. It was a
Better
good
than
film.
Empire
Yeah.
Strikes Back?
It is for him.
Maybe. And they're two completely different films. Let's be honest. I enjoyed the Mario movie. I thought it was a very good film. What's that with Josiah? Where's he going?
Josiah, go.
He's just sunk into his
Disappeared.
chair.
Yeah, Mario was cool.
Mario was cool. Let's move on from Star Wars now. We're done with Star Wars.
Okay, I'll forgive
Mario.
you.
Good movie.
It was a good
enjoyed
movie.
it. I'm a hardcore Mario fan, so like
Mhm.
I really enjoyed the movie. All
Is
the
it your
Easter eggs
favorite of the
were
year?
cool. What?
Is it your favorite movie of the year so far?
Currently, yeah.
Respect that.
I think it's a good choice.
Yeah,
Connor, what about you? What were your thoughts?
It's just great.
I enjoyed it. I hate Illumination as a company, and there was elements that I was like, yeah, this is Illumination. Like, especially the animation, all of the side characters, they could be put in any Illumination movie. You would not be able to tell the difference. Like that dog, it looked like it was ripped straight from Secret Life of Pets. Like, it was it was a cool character, but like you could just tell, and that was the one thing that annoyed me. But like when they were in the Mushroom Kingdom, there was no side characters, so I didn't mind. It was just when they're in the real world. The main bulk of the film was literally the exact same as the 90s one, 1993, except miles better in every single way. And I found that quite funny. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
I also enjoyed it. I feel like we all kind of, actually maybe not Connor, I can't remember what you rated it on Letterboxd, but I feel like we all rated it quite high compared to a lot of other people we follow on there.
I think me and Connor gave it 3.5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
did
gave
give
it
it 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah, I gave it
Yeah.
4. I think
I gave
because
it
I
a
just
5.
I was tempted to give it 3.5, but I had such a fun time with it, so I gave it a 4. Just sort of gave it the benefit of the doubt. I'm very excited to rewatch it again. I'm kind of tempted to go back to the cinema because I managed to watch it in IMAX, which was just the best way to watch that movie.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking forward to watching it again and seeing if it still holds up as well the second time around. Josiah, what were your thoughts on the movie?
I loved the characters. We all love Mario. So I knew that was going to be the best part. All the references, the music, that was definitely, my favorite parts about this whole film. But where it lacked was the pacing was so frantic that nothing got to sit. I don't think the characters were developed as well as they could have been. And I don't want the excuse to be, it's a kid's film. It can't be complex and have great themes or whatever. Because we've seen it recently. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I moved it to a 5-star yesterday. I listened to Fearless Hero yesterday. I was like, I can't deny my love for this movie. And I moved it to a 5-star. I've seen it with other films. Toy Story 3, they do it there. For me, the Lego Batman, even the Lego movie, they do it there. It can be done. And I feel like it was they just played it so safe and relied on big nostalgia, great characters, which worked for me. Sadly, I hate to admit it because I fell right into all the references, which is why I gave it 3.5. Because I was probably like 3, but because I had fun, 3.5. Like you were with Kai, 3.5 had fun. Moved it before, but I just love Mario World too much to rate it any lower, I guess. But I did have a lot of fun with it. I don't know if I'm desperate to rewatch it, but I'm sure I will. Because like with Puss in Boots, I saw it and then went the next day to watch it again. I don't know why I keep comparing it to that. I just love that movie too much. But yeah, Mario was really fun still.
Puss in Boots is going to be everyone's like go-to now when a new animated movie comes out. It's like, how can you can't now just kind of give like a half-assed animated movie when you've got things like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which is like an insane, like phenomenal movie. I don't really look at it. I know it's obviously aimed at kids, but I don't look at it and think like, it's a kids animation movie.
Yeah.
Like it's just an animated movie. Like it's so good, kind of like Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. I know I was a really big fan of that one. But yeah, so it's kind of hard not to compare it to something like Puss in Boots. But yeah, I enjoyed Mario. I think we were all in agreement that we all liked the characters. Another segue. So you're welcome. We are 100% stealing this from the Real Talk podcast, our rivals. We're going to start doing weekly drafts. Yay!
We'll have our own twist.
Everyone's not sick of them already.
Yay! So every week we're going to have a different category. We're each going to give 5 things from that category. And the loser is going to have to watch a very bad movie. So I've chose the movie that the loser's going to have to watch this week because I'm the host. Connor, you're going to hate me for this one. The loser's going to have to watch the 1993 Super Mario Bros. Movie. It's on theme. I don't care.
I watched it literally last week.
I'm praying Connor loses. I thought you were going to say epic when you started talking about that.
No, it's on theme. I've not seen it. I feel like you guys haven't seen it. Connor, I know you have, but
I have seen it
last week.
I've never seen it, so
all right. So the way you will vote basically is we're gonna put these drafts on our Twitter page and our Instagram page at Unoriginal Screenplay. I believe the links will be in the bio of this video. So go do that. Go follow us there, and then you can vote. I believe it will kind of be like 24, 48 hours. I think Instagram is only 24 hours. You can have stories up. Twitter, I believe, is 48 hours. So you have more time to go over there if you've only watched it now. I guess we could, if you want to comment as well on this, we'll add those votes. Try and be as unbiased as possible. Don't just vote for Connor because you want him to watch the Super Mario Bros. Movie as much as I'd love for that to happen. If you think he's got the best choice.
Vote against, you mean vote against me?
Oh, yeah,
Don't
sorry.
vote
Yeah,
against
don't, yeah.
Who genuinely has the best list? That's what we want.
Maybe we just won't include names on Twitter, but if you're watching, you'll know who's doing
You'll
the
know
list.
whose is who, yeah.
Also, guys, do you want me to just write down our answers so I can just go through them at the end?
Oh, yeah, that'd be good, yeah.
good.
So I believe the order I've got us in, I just spun a wheel. So again, copying real talk. The first person goes, second, third, fourth then goes twice. Then we go third, second, first goes twice, second, third, fourth. So Harvey, you're going first. Josiah, you're second. I'm third. Connor, you're fourth.
Great. Okay. That's good. I can't tell if that's good or not because I get 2 picks, but I have to the best 3 are going to be gone in the first round. So,
so Harvey, would you like to start us off with your character?
Okay. Yeah, I have a few options here. I've got a pick of the bunch, so I'm going to be choosing Luigi. I think it's instant lock pick. I think I'm going to be going with that one.
a good start.
Josiah.
Luigi wouldn't have been my first pick, but I do love Luigi. I think the Mario movie pushed him over to number 1 here. Give me Bowser. Give me Bowser.
Good choice.
I like
The
it.
GOAT.
It's a good one.
I'm going to go Yoshi.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, I like it.
On it.
Okay. Well, for a Mario draft, I know it's very basic, but the game is named after the character, so I'll go with Mario for the first one.
You lot slated me when I bought the idea of picking Mario first round.
I said nothing. I knew I would say Mario.
I'm sorry. That is such a bad play.
No, he was going to be my next pick. He was going to be my next pick. I
And
thought
then,
he was going to get to me.
Well, you can't have Mario without the damsel in distress, so we'll go. Well, she's now pretty badass in the new film, but we'll go with Peach for my second pick.
Okay, that's a
annoyed
good
me.
combo. I'll admit that. Good combo now.
Yeah.
Is it me now? Do I now go?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm going to go
Whoever
Toad.
was third.
Big up my guy
Good
Toad.
pick. Good pick. Yeah.
Toad's a very good pick.
It's a great pick. Right, let's see what I've got to work with here.
Hey,
Ooh, I'm going to take Donkey Kong.
That's a good
That's
one.
Donkey Kong and Bowser? Ooh.
Got some villains on your side. Oh, wait, Donkey Kong's not a villain. I'm stupid. Sorry.
He kind of is in the first ever game, but
Yeah, true.
Okay, Harvey.
Yeah, give me. Who we got here? Give me Waluigi. I'll take.
that was
Damn
I'll
it.
have Luigi and then
Damn it.
Waluigi. That's a good duo.
Yeah.
And then for my second pick, whilst they're still on the table, give me Rosalina.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, she was on my
I
list.
want a good princess, and I'm not about Daisy, so I'll take Rosalina.
All right. I have obviously got stuff written down. I'm torn between 2 here, and I don't know what's going to get back to me. But I'm going to take Daisy.
Okay.
I'm going purely on what I think people are going to vote for. I'm going for Funky Kong because apparently he's everyone's favorite character.
that was gonna be my vote. I was gonna say Funky Kong. I had it like.
Screw Funky Kong. He wasn't in my 20. I hate that guy.
It wasn't your 20.
I'm fishing for votes here. I
No.
don't care about my.
See, I had
personal
him written
opinion.
down, but I was thinking like maybe I might be able to steal him 4th round if I'm lucky. But I need.
There should be a lock pick for me that if the way you guys have talked about a character. So
That was gonna be my next one, and then Kai stole it right from my teeth. It was right there. Okay, my 5. I get 2. Wait, is it? We going up to 5? Or we going to 4?
5. So you got 2
5.
now.
Okay. So for my third one, I think I'm gonna go with Bowser Jr.
Ooh.
No,
Very,
that's a
very
decent
out there pick.
decent pick,
Very
actually.
out there.
I rate it.
I'm not a chance I'm going for any of the babies. They can all screw them. I'm gonna steal one from Josiah. We're gonna go with Cooper Trooper.
There's no way. There is no way. That was a lock for me.
'Cause I knew he was gonna pick it, so I'll steal it from him.
You guys have no morals.
We're after votes. No one wants to watch this Super Mario Bros. movie, Josiah.
You're after votes and you pick Koopa Troop. You've all slandered him. I'm the only Koopa Trooper fan here.
I can't believe that.
Is this my third or fourth choice? Josiah?
Who's my next?
Fourth.
It's your fourth. It's your fourth.
Four. I'm gonna go again fishing for the votes. Big up my guy Dry Bones, who I put 20th in my Mario Kart ranking.
Honestly, I'm disappointed. I was going to try and get Dry Bones. He was my next pick.
All right. I'm gonna take Wario.
Okay, yeah, I wrote it.
I think we're getting down to the tough ones now. So
Yeah, we are.
But I'll take Wario.
I've got some good ones coming. Don't worry.
These can be make or break though. Are these my final two picks? Oh no.
Yeah.
I got to make it count. Fourth pick. Give me Shy Guy. I'll take Shy Guy.
Ooh, good pick.
Ooh, I forgot about him.
I was gonna say him.
And then fifth pick. Oh, not many good ones left. Give me. I will take. You know what? Give me Monty Mole.
Wow.
What a random pick.
I'll be honest.
He's the best character,
Mole.
but what a random pick.
Monty Mole is a legend. I'm taking it.
Oh. Okay, I've got to represent my boners out there. Give me Dry Bones.
I did it.
Been
You
taken.
can't. I represented the
It's not even
bonus.
said.
Sorry.
Dry Bones.
Sorry. I was meant to say Dry Bowser.
Okay.
Sorry. Give me the Bowser combo.
That's how little you care for Dry Bowser. You confused him with Dry Bones. You
Dry Bones is
racist.
better.
That's two of us cancelled this podcast. It's just me and you left, Connor. Right, my final choice. I'm torn between two, but I think I'm going to go for the one that's going to get me votes. I'm going to go with Birdo. What a legend that girl is.
Okay,
She's hot.
okay.
She's hot.
I hope-
Hot.
I'm going for the simp votes, you know?
Oh my gosh.
I have the obvious one I feel like no one has said but should have said. King Boo.
He was my
that-
other option. Yeah.
I almost went King Boo.
Yeah.
Can I read out some quick honorable mentions I had?
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
do it.
I feel like we missed. The Goombas.
Nice.
I think,
Yeah.
Goombas could have gone. Diddy Kong wasn't picked. Not surprised. Kamik. Luma. Luma was great in the movie.
True.
I found her annoying.
Oh, you're wrong, Kai. And then that's about it.
She reminded me of the Playmobiles in the Lego movie. Not what the Duplo, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know.
You also got
Yeah.
like Bowser Jr. little crew with like Lemmy and Roy and all of them. But yeah, okay. Do you want me to read out all your
Okay,
lists?
yeah.
I forgot about
Okay,
Iggy. Oh no, I forgot Iggy.
I know I want to lose, but I don't think they will. So okay, Harvey first.
You do
Luigi, Waluigi, Rosalina, Shy Guy, and Monty Mole.
Love that.
I'm not
That's
confident
a
for you,
good.
Harvey.
That's
I'm
a
sorry.
good crew.
I
Come on,
think
that's a
Monty
good-
Mole's that like obscure pick that people would just love because it's so
Yeah.
dumb.
That's either make or
Exactly.
break for you, Harvey. I think. Okay, mine: Bowser, Donkey Kong, Daisy, Wario, and Dry Bowser.
That's a solid 5. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kai, Yoshi, Toad, Funky Kong, Dry Bones, and Birdo.
I think we know
Kai's
who's
got
winning,
it.
guys. I think we know who's
Kai's
winning.
got it.
Okay. Connor has Mario, Peach, Bowser Jr., Koopa Trooper, and King Boo.
It's so hard. I've lost.
I hope you lose as well for taking Koopa
This is the
Trooper.
best thing about this one. You don't have to win. You just don't want to come last.
Just don't lose.
Yeah.
I've
should-
lost. I know
we
I've
should-
lost.
We should
I
keep a
don't know, I watched the
spreadsheet.
crap Mario movie again.
No, because Mario and Peach, the Mario Peach duo could help. The Mario and Peach duo
That's
could help.
true. I
That
think
might
Peach
save
alone.
you. I
Yeah.
feel like I might be in a bit of trouble with
But
mine,
Bowser
honestly.
Jr. third round was interesting.
That was an interesting third round pick, I'll admit.
I feel like me and Kai are safe. I'll be honest.
I couldn't believe I got Yoshi and Toad like back to back. That was insane. I think that's
Yeah.
one. That made me win alone.
Yeah, good picks.
That was
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
Go
Cool.
vote,
All right.
people.
I'm upset about Iggy. I could have put Iggy in there somewhere. But it's fine. We move. So yeah, you can vote for that on Twitter, Instagram, and then you can comment as well if you want. We'll count them. I don't know, Connor. I don't know when you're going to want to watch the Super Mario Bros. Movie this week. But maybe like
Results
Thursday
go.
or Friday, we'll finish off the votes, and then that person then has to watch it, and then you can find out who it is next podcast. and then we'll have another draft, and then someone else will have to watch a bad movie. I don't know who's hosting next week. Harvey, is it you?
Hey, yes.
All right, so you get to pick the bad movie, and I guess you can pick the draft as well if you want to. I don't know how we're doing this. We're still only in episode 1, so
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
We'll work it. Yeah, it's fine. So I think that was all I had planned. Unless you guys have any other like movie news or anything you guys want to talk about.
no.
Cool. We're experts in podcasting and movies. Well, yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed our first episode. As I said at the beginning, this probably won't be the same structure every time. We're playing around. You know, we're not here to be serious. We're just 4 guys chatting rubbish on a podcast. We're another podcast. You're not interested in this. You're probably not even this far in. If you are, thank you. And I guess we'll see you guys in the next one. All our socials are down below, so go drop us a follow. Give us some feedback if you want us to change anything. Let us know. And yeah, we'll see you guys next Tuesday for Unoriginal Screenplay number 2, not podcast. Unoriginal Screenplay number 2.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.